We're just dancing in front of everybody. For centuries, waiting for someone. And stop it before it goes over 15 seconds so we can legally play it. Yay! Hey everybody, welcome to Tea Time with Team Epic Reads. Cheers. Cheers. This is our 79th episode.
That's a lot.
And this is your weekly YA discussion.
It's called #TeaTime. You can join in on Twitter using this hashtag. I will be reading the comments on this computer.
And I've got the YouTube comments happening over there.
So we'll start out, this episode is about fairy tales and genies.
Genies.
Yay.
We have a lot of new books on sale this week, so mostly our discussion is just going to be about the books that we have on sale. If you are tuning in live, there is a giveaway description or giveaway link in the description below. We are giving away advanced copies of Forbidden. It's a historical fiction / romance novel. Takes place in 1700s BC. You know, old days.
That's very old days.
Very old days. Major throwback Thursday. We're going to be giving away copies of that. Giveaway link will only be up during our live show. Yes. So if you're watching it afterwards,
sorry.
But there's always giveaways happening on epicreads.com/contest. So there you go. Okay. So
what are you reading?
What are you guys reading this week? Sorry, we're a little frazzled today because yesterday we spent the whole day in a haunted house.
We did.
In a cornfield.
In Princeton, New Jersey.
With Madeline Rue, author of Asylum. We were filming our next Things I Learned in YA video. If you haven't watched our one where we go sword fighting, you should watch that one.
That's fun.
But yeah, so our thing that we were learning is how to survive
a horror story.
So
you got to tune in to find out which one of us lives.
But yeah,
spoiler alert, both of us.
It was a long day because then we had the Epic Reads tour.
We did. Our evening was spent with some crumpets, which was amazing.
It was amazing.
And some amazing authors that are on the Epic Reads tour that I wish we had things to show. But
so what are you guys reading this week? We're going to check in here. Book Badass is reading, I'm currently reading Love, Rosie. It's so good so far. And next I'm reading either Neverfeed or Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I'm going to go with Peregrine. Miss Peregrine's.
Do it.
Because it's perfect for Halloween. Yeah.
Tis the season.
Tis the season for a spooky story.
I just want to say that at Austin77, Angela says, please give me a shout out, Epic Reads. It's a rainy October Eve in the UK, but I have strawberry tea, sabriel, and even better, it's tea time.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Cheers. Cheers. A rainy October with sabriel and tea. That sounds
in the UK. That sounds
like the most perfect evening ever.
That's
I'm super jelly.
Where I want to be right now.
Let's see. It's a Book Life says I'm currently reading The Book of Olympus or The Blood of Olympus. I don't have my glasses on. I left them at home today, so I can't see anything.
Quality Fangirls is currently reading The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison for my lit class.
Oh,
nice.
Kayla King is reading Panic by Lauren Oliver. Ooh. Excellent choice. Kara Foshizzle is reading Endgame. Books and Crumpets is reading Blackbird by Anna Carey.
Nice.
You guys are reading some good stuff. What are you reading this week, Aubrey?
I have just completed, I'm not reading YA, but I'm reading this, or I just finished so it wouldn't get spoiled for me. I'm like the last person in the world to read it, but it didn't get spoiled for me.
How did you not get spoiled? Like, I feel like the Gone Girl crowd, because I read it recently too. This year I read it, and it did not
a nice note on the inside.
There isn't?
It's not a child-friendly message.
Wait, what's it say? Is it?
Oh wait,
where'd it go? I'm really intrigued with.
It's from our pals at Random House.
Mind bleep. Insert bad word here. How'd you like it?
I liked it a lot. I have been reading a lot of YA, and I liked my toes back in the adult water for a minute. And I read it real fast, which is what I needed.
Have you seen the movie yet? No. Have you guys seen the Gone Girl movie? I've been hearing really good things.
I've heard really good things, but I want to just say the casting is spot on. I feel like Ben Affleck was born to play this role.
I know.
Of like the guy where you're like, oh God, I mean, I guess you're fine, but I kind of just don't like you.
That's exactly how I feel about Ben Affleck. Like I respect you, but I don't like you. Estrella on YouTube is also reading Gone Girl this week.
Well, I'm done, but you can tweet at me. The ending is something I want to talk a lot about at length.
Is it more fun when you don't get spoiled on a book?
Yes. So thank you, world, for not spoiling me.
I just finished Cress by Marissa Meyer, which is the 3rd book in the Cinder series. And so now I'm going to start today. I know nothing about this. More Than This by Patrick Ness. Guys, look at this. Ready?
The cover.
Oh my God. There's a door in the book cover.
That's awesome.
That's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I've never seen a book with like...
I haven't either.
Like a YA book. I mean, like kids books, yeah, but like... And this is hard. There's like there's no jacket. Like,
I love that. I'm not a huge fan of the jacket.
I love it when it's printed. I wish they would do this so much more often because like I always take the jackets off my hardcovers when I'm reading because I don't want to ruin them. But then I miss seeing the art. Yeah. So has anybody read this? Is it good? Should I be prepared for anything crazy? Because I read Knife from Never Letting Go and that book was cray. So
Indigo Wayworth is reading Snow Like Ashes right now, loving it.
You should totally be tuning in next week, Snow Like Ashes fans, because next week we're going to have a big discussion about high fantasy.
It's a fantasy
What is high fantasy? What is low fantasy? What are the elements of them? What are some awesome books to read?
What is middle of the road fantasy?
Right? What is urban fantasy? How does it all play in? Plus, we have cover reveals happening next week. So it's a big tea time next week.
I'm excited.
So tune in. Oh, yeah. Other tea time announcements. Tea time is officially moving to 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yay!
We asked the question during tea time last week. We posted a poll on the site. We asked on Twitter. And everybody collectively was like, yo, 4:30 works for me. So
that works for us.
So as of
Mark
next
your
week,
calendars.
As of next week, it's at 4:30.
Some of you have delightfully planned little alarms to go off on your phone with little tea emojis.
Adjust your alarms because it's going to 4:30. We'll be tweeting out reminders, and of course, you know, if you come to our page, you'll see when it starts and all that good fun stuff. So
the question of the day is a good one.
It is a good one. This one comes from Book Badass. What book do you think would taste the best as food?
See, there's a lot of things. Is it the color of the cover? Is it the contents inside that I'm basing it off of?
I think it's just...
Is it the title?
Oh. See, for me, I'm going like, no, I want to go like all around, but then I can't think of one. Because the first one that comes to mind is Stray by Lisa Sussman, but that's just because food is a big part. Same with Girl, Fire, and Thorns. Food is a big part of that book, but
it's not the book.
I wouldn't want to like eat that book, you know? So I don't know. I would maybe go with a Casey West, The Distance Between Us, or On the Fence.
Sweet.
Because it's sweet. Exactly. And it would be like little candy, you know, just like a little wrapped up candy. And I think that's what I would pick that if I'm always in the mood for something.
I would go with
what would you go for?
I would go with a Kirsten White.
Oh yeah?
Something
really spicy.
It'd be a little sassy.
A little
spicy. A little kick to it.
Yeah. It would be something that what are those candies called? Where they start out sweet and then they get really like
the Sour Patch?
Yeah. Is it Warheads?
Oh yeah.
But she's got something where it's like, it's sweet on top, but then there's just something right around the corner that's like, wow. So what would you guys eat, and what would it taste like?
You eat.
Jen D says, I think Not a Drop to Drink would make me thirsty. That's a good point.
That's very good.
It is a good point.
There's definitely been
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Veronica Soto says, definitely not The Hunger Games.
No.
Good point.
No, that would be that would be the saddest meal ever.
If Books Could Talk on YouTube says, Throne of Glass. It makes me think of a fancy dinner.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, I guess like, also probably the Jewel. My theory here would be that it would look extravagant and taste delicious going down, but then make you feel awful. Like the foods are like comfort foods.
Yeah. That's a good point. So that's always a fun. Somebody said Anne and the French Kiss, and it would just taste like French food, and that's pretty cool. I agree with that.
I agree. Although I only like croissants.
I just ate one before that.
And no, that's Spain. Spain makes an amazing food where there's like it's like egg potato tortilla on a baguette. It's just my jam.
Oh, I want that.
Sometimes they put aioli on it.
Mm. This conversation is gonna go down the food
train. I like food. Yes, I do.
So
on the blog.
We have things on the blog. Our new book nerd problem video this week is don't be the last one to read a series. Have you ever been in a situation where you're like hanging out with all your book besties and they're all like la 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 rah, 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 talking about a book and you're like, oh crap, I'm just like one. It's like, how do you like not get kicked out of the group because you haven't read that one in the series? So has that ever happened to you?
It happens to me quite frequently, especially because I work in publishing, so people just assume I have read everything.
Do you ever like try to fake your way into the conversation?
I don't try to fake my way in the conversation, but when people start talking and like it's just generally assumed upon that I've read it, I'm like,
you just keep nod and smile and like let them assume that you've read it.
Yeah,
that's nice.
You?
I think I'm one of those people that
reads everything.
No, I definitely don't read everything, but I definitely am trying to be sneaky and like pick up on cues that they're saying and like turn it into some kind of thought that I can then, I do that a lot in meetings because I like, my mind is really ADD and I just like don't pay attention. And then I just do that thing where you like pick up on the last thing somebody said and then just like go off of that. So that's probably what that's what I do. What else do we have on the blog? Yeah.
Veronica Roth and Garth Nix are going to be in Chicago live. If you are in the Chicago area, we are not, and we're extremely jealous of you.
We won't be there, but
this event is like a YA, like decades.
Powerhouse.
Yeah.
Decades in the making.
He inspired her. She wrote Divergent. It's going to be an amazing conversation.
She's a fangirl of Garth Nix, and I'm really excited to see Veronica fangirl. So we're going to be live streaming the events. So if you can't make it, you can always tune in. But honestly, if you're in the area, you should totally go because...
And then tweet us all the pics.
Yeah. I forget the link. What's the URL to go? Is it
epicgrids.com/Rothnix?
Something.
We'll find out.
We'll add it in the description. Also, guys, look at this. It is the Divergent Collector's Edition.
I can't touch it.
It goes on sale October 20th? 20th, 21st, around
whatever that Tuesday is.
Whatever that Tuesday is. So this will be, Veronica will be signing copies of this at that event. But this will be on sale then. There's posters. We'll talk more about this. We'll go through like an in-depth of this, but just wanted to give you a heads up. This is coming your way.
Yes, I touch it now.
If you're going to New York Comic Con, we have the official epicgrids/HarperTeen roster of events that's up on our blog right now. So if you're going to be going to New York Comic Con, we will not be there, but you should go to the booth. There's going to be giveaways and prizes.
If you watched last week or a week ago when we talked about Book Swag and that Neil Gaiman tote showed up.
Oh, yeah. Is that there?
That's there. So if you're at Comic-Con, you can get that Neil Gaiman tote.
Yes. Oh, my God. Go,
because we fight over it in the office.
So, seriously, somebody came up to me the other day and they're like, can I buy your Neil Gaiman tote? I was like, no. When just like breathing fire on them. Get away. There is also on epicgrids.com a sweepstakes to win a very pretty snowflake locket that is very reminiscent of Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. You'll win the locket and a copy of the book if you enter to win and you were chosen. So.
Is it in the thing?
Yeah, it's in there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right down.
Let's see. I think that's about, that's about it for things that are happening on the blog. I mean, there's lots of other stuff happening, but you should go check.
I just saw that at Cindy's Excuses, I have never read a Garth Nix book.
Well,
do
it now.
The time is now.
I believe the Sabriel ebook is still $1.99, so you should go download it if you have an e-reader.
He is fantastic.
Worth it. Yeah, he's amazing. He's going to be in the office tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I've got a really funny GIF of him coming up soon.
Yeah.
Once it has the perfect caption, we will release it.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so you guys, we have lots of new books this week.
There are lots of them.
A lot. One of our favorite covers of fall.
Kiss, Kill, Vanish
by Jessica Martinez.
It is a cool cover. Imagine witnessing your dad murder somebody with the help of your boyfriend.
That would be weird because my dad's a doctor. He'd be like, I brought you back to life, so now I can kill you.
And then all of the things that come along with it. Also new. This is one of the
This is Aubrey's jam.
sequels I'm most looking forward to, and what I will be reading now that I finished Gone Girl. The Invisible by Amelia Kahaney. It is the second book in the Broken Hearted series. It is like superhero, like if Batman were a ballerina and a girl.
Yeah, it's like
it's so
it's
good.
like the Bionic Woman if she was in Gotham.
Yes,
And a teenager.
Yeah, it's so good. The world is so good and creepy. And the first book ended where I was like, yes, I need to know the rest of what is happening.
Ending, we're not going to say any more, but that ending of Broken Hearted, did not see that coming.
Because sometimes you read a book and you're like, okay, well I
That
don't
was
need this
good.
to be a series.
Right. Right.
This one I was like, series! So I'm really excited.
We also have on sale this week is The Perfectionists by Sarah Shepard, author of the Pretty Little Liars series. Perhaps you've heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a few books in that series, you know.
This is a duology.
Only two, guys. Only two. But if you love the mystery and like female friendship-ness in Pretty Little Liars, then this is totally up your alley. But it is not part of the Pretty Little Liars series.
No.
So that's out. Ooh, this one. I'm really excited about this one. The Fall by Bethany Griffin is the most terrifying YA book.
Why is your name creepy written on the
Because
back
it's
of
on
it?
display.
Oh.
And it's my name spelled wrong. And it's like really creepy looking. All of the things are wrong about this. But this, look at, I actually have never seen the back of that. It's a retelling of The Fall of the House of Usher, but this is gonna sound.
It scared you.
This may be scarier than The Fall of the House of Usher. I'm a big Poe fan, but Bethany Griffin did an amazing job of taking something and spinning it in a way that is not only more terrifying, but also very relevant to, like, you know, it's modern.
I can't do Poe.
It is
it's so scary to me.
Well, Poe is very like atmospheric, you know, and like, yes, the things that are happening are kind of scary, but the way he writes, you kind of like, it's not like outright terrifying.
It's not like, no, there's like what is the one where the lady is living in the house with the previous owner's like dead body just in the bed?
Oh, Telltale Heart? No. That one's the one that's the buried in the, in the
floorboards. But that one, like, I read it and I was like,
The Pit and the Pendulum?
Maybe. I don't know. I was just so freaked out. I was like, oh, thanks. I respect what you do, sir. I can't read anymore. It gives me nightmares.
Well, this game, honestly, I'm having a hard time because I'm legitimately a big old baby when it comes to horror stuff. Like, I don't watch scary movies, and most of the time books don't scare me. Like Anna Dressed in Blood, like, yeah, that was scary, but it didn't scare me. But this one, legitimately, I was like, oh God, oh no.
Run away.
But at the same time, I'm like, but I want to know.
Especially this season is like the perfect time. Everyone kind of wants to be pushed to the edge of their scare factor.
Also, fun, interesting fact. This book, which went on sale yesterday, is the day that Edgar Allan Poe died. Like, was that planned?
That's awesome.
That makes me even want to read it even more. Like, maybe he's in the.
Lisa at Buffy Wannabe says, I read The Fall. It was pretty good.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yay.
All right, guys. There's a monster out.
There is.
It's a big old monster.
You read the book, you find the clues, solve the puzzle,
and you could win $500,000.
Of course, In Game by James Fry.
Everybody pronounces it Frey,
but it's Fry.
Technically, it's Fry.
And Nils Johnson Shelton. It is the first book in a trilogy, and it is a massive series. It's already got movie rights. It's going to have a Google game. It's a huge book.
I mean, it's physically and emotionally.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's $500,000 in gold. Like, who has gold anymore?
Well, the thing is if you solve the puzzle in the book, you have only the clues to get the key are in the book.
Mm-hmm. But there's like a mobile game.
There's like a mobile game that just
there's gonna be movies.
Mm-hmm. But then you get a key to unlock gold on display in Caesar's Palace.
So there's like all of these clues. Like, I don't even.
If you are an I Am Number 4 fan, I don't know if it's not a huge secret that James Fry is Pittacus lore.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. But that has so many clues in it, and it's kind of that same vein. Like the I Am Number 4 fans are rabid for the clues and finding the puzzles within the I Am Number 4 series, and this is just kind of the apex of that.
Is it true that there were like 3 game masters from MIT that created this puzzle, so that like, but each one of them created a part of it, so no one person knows like the answer?
Yeah. So it's like they would have to come together.
That is insane to me.
This is so insane. It's like NASA level of like pieces moving.
The NASA of books.
It's the NASA.
Although NASA got its funding cut, so NASA circa 1969 of books.
So if you're up for the challenge,
landing of books,
in-game it.
I've actually never addressed this one. Ooh. There we go. Also, fun, interesting weirdness about this book. There are no paragraph breaks. Look at that.
Yep.
It's just straight down. I don't know why that is. I wonder if that's part of the clue. Did I just solve it? I solved it. No, just kidding.
The first intro says everything, all the time, every word, name, number, place, distance, color, time, every letter on every page, everything, always. So says, and so has said, and so will be said again, everything. So, a lot of people didn't know that James Fry is Pittacus lore. Cool.
Surprise! That's cool. Pearl is Perfect Pages says, how have I not heard of this? Well, you've heard of it now. And if you're on Twitter, you can follow Endgame is Coming for updates and information. There's a tour happening. There's like lots of things. There's a lot of Endgame things. We've got, actually there's, is there a link to it in the description about the explainer video?
Maybe.
No.
There's an explainer video. There's also, if you go to endgameiscoming.com, you can also take this, it will like assess how you might survive the world. I have a 47% chance of surviving the end of the world.
I need to take that test. I haven't taken that test yet. But yeah, we made this explainer video that really explains what this whole thing is, so you can check it out on our YouTube channel. Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna check in here, see how everybody's doing. Hey. Yeah, Alana Lee HW on YouTube says, are you guys discussing the J.K. Rowling cryptic tweet? Have you seen that?
No.
Okay, so she tweeted out something. I forget what it said.
Today?
And I think it was like an anagram. I forgot what the anagram was, but it was something like Harry's back or comes back or something like that. And everybody's like freaking out that is there going to be more Harry Potter?
I hope not.
Really?
I do. I really do. I think that it was
like perfect as is.
And I don't want
What about set in the same world but different characters? So companion series.
Oh, I would read that.
Yeah?
I love that world.
What if it's Harry as an adult and it's like following his children?
I mean, could be a possibility. You see
that way.
Some of it.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? All right, we're not even done with our new releases. We also have 2 new short stories that are ebook only.
Yes.
The Ghost of Ben Hargrove, which is by Heather Brewer, and she says it's the scariest thing she's ever written, which makes me want to read it. And Game of Boys and Monsters, I'm probably making that name mixed up, but it's by Rachel and also Don't Touch. So those are both like $1.99 short stories. If you guys like that, great for a subway ride.
Feed your e-reader.
Okay, so we have 2 more books, and we've saved these 2 for last because this is sort of like our discussion today. We have Exquisite Captive, which is by Heather Demetrios, and it's about Genies, J-I-N-N-I, Genies in a bottle, or one particular Genie. And there was this whole other world called Argena. Look at there's a cool map.
Yes.
There's a very cool map. And she was basically sold, she was kidnapped, drugged, and sold on the Dark Caravan, which is like the Genie slave trade.
Yes.
And she was bought by a human master. And she is bound to him because he won't make his last wish.
And he lives in LA and has all of the extravagance that comes with it.
Because he's like he's like super old and has like lived forever. So even though he's human, there's something else going on there, but he's made 2 wishes, but he refuses to make the 3rd. And so until he makes the 3rd, she will never be free. So she's bound by these gold cuffs that sort of look like this.
You know what that's about.
Look at that gold cuff. There it is. Yeah, it's basically the same plot as Aladdin. No, I'm just kidding. It's all about a street rat, you know, and Jasmine and tigers and bears and Jafar, Raja, and Iago and a talking parrot. So we were thinking, if you had 3 wishes, if you found this bottle and you were like, meep, 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 oh, there's Genie, and he's like, Aubrey, what's up?
But
you've got
your pleasure, be. I'm in the mood to help you, dude.
No, keep going.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
Ah, that was really good. I like that. I feel like I should applaud. All right, so you have 3 wishes. What are one of your wishes? You cannot wish for more wishes.
Okay.
You cannot wish for someone to fall in love with you.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot wish for immortality.
Okay.
And I think there was one more, but I don't remember it. So there are like rules, you know, like same with like robots.
Yeah,
you know? Okay. What are one of your wishes, you guys? Tell us while Aubrey thinks about this.
Gosh, this is so hard. Because what if a genie's listening?
Well, he's not your genie, so
oh yeah, that's
have
okay.
to grant you wishes.
I feel like I would just want a lot of money so I could get my cheese farm in Vermont. And, live on a cheese farm and just read books all the time and tend the land.
Dear Genie, I would really like to have a cheese farm. Poof! Poof! There is your cheese farm.
What would you wish for?
I mean, my first thing always is like fame, money, and glory. Yeah, all the money in the world.
If you don't say world peace, you're wrong.
Well, I got 3, so I want all of the money in the world.
All of the world peace in the world.
But it's endless. It's not just like I get it all now and then like that's it. But I just want it to constantly always be the same amount. So that way I can like donate it to all of the things, you know. So then that would create world peace.
There you go.
I would also wish for all of the things that are wrong with the earth and environmentally be reversed.
Yeah, fix the world.
Yeah, just fix all of that. I would also wish for the moon to be able for colonization. So, you know, yeah, pretty much. That'd be cool. What are your guys' wishes? Emma Shanahan says, I wish for a library that always gets more books and that only people who it stopped.
Oh.
Jenna Marie says, I wish I had a library like Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, that's a really good. I've always wanted those ladders that you could swing, you know.
Oh, yes.
Swing down the ladder.
Oh my God, yes.
I wish I could do that.
Katie P says, how about the ability to time travel? Just to observe, not necessarily change anything.
But you change things by just being there. I know. I can't take time travel.
Maybe you just watch the time travel.
Oh, okay.
You know, you're not actually in it.
Historical event.
Right. Everybody's saying that they would wish for like libraries and stuff.
Well, unlimited books. Jacqueline says unlimited books. Lisa says I would wish for a library job at my middle school.
Read the top one.
Cindy said I would wish for all the dogs and cats to have happy homes. You guys are the nicest people ever. I just wanted to choose. I didn't think about anybody else.
Colonize the moon. That's like the dumbest thing ever. You guys are awesome. Anyway, Exquisite Captive. It is out. Is the first in a trilogy. It's very sexy. It's very dark. It's very mysterious and like I don't know. It makes you kind of want to like. There's this really sexy club scene where they go dancing.
Yeah.
Makes me like wish I was still in college and did that stuff. Yeah. Finally, the last book that's on sale. I can't believe all of these books are on sale this week.
I know, there's so many.
So many. Stray by Elisa Sussman, you guys. This one we're so pumped about because it's an original fairy tale. How often do you get to like, it's an original fairy tale. It's like the start.
Ate it up when I read it.
It's a feminist story, lady power, there's magic, there's a little bit of romance, there's not a lot of romance. But.
So she starts out, she is a princess, she's in the school or area or place to be primed to be the princess she's always meant to be, a la Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, and like those are the icons of this house. She makes a big mistake, and she is destined to become a fairy godmother, which is, you know, the lower,
looked down upon,
very looked down upon. So she has to kind of shed everything she's been primed to do and enter this world of fairy godmother. But there's also this element of a stray, which is somebody who doesn't choose either of the paths and does what they want to.
Oh wait, there's maps. I didn't know that there were maps in this.
It's so good.
It is really, really excellent. And if you guys are at all hungry, don't read this book, because
she like pastries.
She's a baker in this book, and she bakes this thing called cinnamon bookbinder bread. And actually, Elisa Sussman is making a video for us of how to make this bread. Yeah. But there's this like whole scene where she makes the bread. I'm just like, oh, my mouth is watering the whole time. Oh, and I think there's a recipe for it in the back.
It's the recipe is the same one as the.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we go. Look at that. So it's in the back. We're gonna post the video on our YouTube channel. She also made us a video of how to make crumpets for tea time.
They were much easier than I thought.
I know, they seem really easy. Like even I could do.
Yeah.
And then we've got some Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, like holiday recipes coming up. So we've got some cool videos coming from Elisa Sussman, and she's got a really cute dog.
Yeah.
Super cute dog.
I don't know his name, I just realized.
I don't know it either, but it's the cutest dog ever.
He looks like a commercial food dog. His ears are floppy.
So my question about this book is, what is your favorite fairy tale, despite all of its flaws?
Because that's a big thing. And there's a post that Alyssa did that was saying, like, you know, fairy tales aren't really kind to feminine.
They're not very feminist
way of thinking. But I am a huge fan of The Little Mermaid.
Yes, yes, yes.
Needless to say.
Disney version or Hans Christian Andersen version?
I like both. I was raised on the Disney version.
Right.
And then as a grown-up, I went and read the Hans Christian
Which
Andersen.
is super!
I was like, oh my gosh.
Super scary.
But I just love it. It makes me feel happy, and I love her just wanting to be a part of something else and learning and growing and exploring. That was very infectious. Also, I wanted her hair very badly. I never got it.
I would say my favorite is Beauty and the Beast. Despite its Stockholm Syndrome undertones, it is a really good book, or a really good story.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just also, I think the reason why I love that one the most is because that one has the music that I like the most.
Yeah.
Of all the Disney movies.
Yeah. I like her feminist twist on Beauty and the Beast. Is just that the roles are reversed.
Yeah.
So the woman is the beast and the man loves her anyway.
You guys should definitely go check out that blog post. I think there's a link to it in the description below, where Lisa's just, given fairy tales a feminist. If they were feminist fairy tales, what would they be like? And it's actually very funny and smart. So that's sort of it this week. We had 2 people make Tea Time Rewind videos, Rosary Well Cruz and Summer Soaks. We met somebody who bombed 3 triplets.
Yes.
Who makes Tea Time Rewind videos. You met her yesterday at the event, at the Epic Reads tour. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome to meet you. Next week, guys, we have cover reveals and we have fantasy. I'm going to bring my cape in. And maybe my Link boots, but that's...
I don't even know what that is.
From Legend of Zelda.
Oh, okay. Well, so, I mean, I know what Legend of Zelda is. I'm sorry.
We'll forgive Aubrey for her shortcomings. But that's next week at 4:30. New time.
Mark it.
New time, 4:30. What is our derp face of the week? Genies?
I guess.
No. Because I would suck to be a genie.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, derp face. Okay.
All right, so go fill out the form for the giveaway. We will see you guys next Wednesday at 4:30.
Happy tea time.
Happy tea time. Happy reading. We love you.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.